what y'all want to hear? I thought you said this was something. Let me hear it. Say something.
Cause these hoes hate. She need to upgrade her cable. That bitch so basic. I ain't got no patience for no more fake shit. These girl, I'm in Miami, got here Rolls Royce. What's the name of that show? I don't know about the shop here. I'm an NY with the hitters. They show me love when I'm out here.
Okay.
I pull up in that drop head. Pink fart or the Montclair. Y'all be fucking on all the workers. I'm with the club when I'm out here. These bitches sack chasing. I make that nigga choose me. Motivation tour with me. He say my bitch is bougie. Bitch, I'm a rich hoochie. I rock Chanel and Gucci. This goofy thought he was gon' fuck. I made him eat my coochie.
On that note, yo, it's your boy SB Hot Star. We here on the HTG Podcast where anything goes. Who we got in the building over there?
Just don't know we cash out. Y'all know what time it is. Gang.
Gang. My boy Kash Out in the building. You already know what time it is. The dynamic duo in the building. Hey, I want to shout out Gorgeously Red, Killer KJ.
Gang.
I deleted it. Dirty Diana, Bob Marley, and High Life. That's everybody?
That's everybody.
Everybody is absent. They are absent tonight. And
your pay is getting docked.
Getting docked.
Give me a little raise.
I'll try. Hey, I'm going to have to give you a raise.
A little raise.
Little something in the cup. I'm going to have to do that for you. Most definitely. But here, hey, man, we on the HTG Podcast where anything goes. Hey, I want to shout out my silent assassin back there. And y'all want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah.
Is the shooter?
Y'all already know the shooter in the background.
Okay. Y'all already know what time it is. My boy, you want to say anything?
Number 150 man in Greenville, Lee G.
Lee G.
We say it.
Oh my God, we've been giving everybody just big forever.
Big dog.
Hey, now he really is a stepper now when it comes. Y'all I mean, you know, he been like that. Been in the trenches.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with it. Hey, we got two beautiful guests on our podcast today. You know what I'm saying? I hope they're ready for the bullshit today. We are not doing many shots of hen or white. We are drinking some exclusive, one-of-a-kind skeleton boy. Yes, most definitely. Hey, my lovely young ladies, can y'all introduce yourself to the people?
I'm D-Booge from What's on Your Mind Wednesdays.
And Rykki, what's on your mind Wednesday?
Okay. What's on your mind?
What is on your mind?
Hey,
Yeah, normally we would be at our spot.
Yeah.
But we came here, you know, had to show love.
Hey, we're
support everybody.
Most definitely. We really appreciate y'all being here. So what's on your mind brings me back to my boy K-Camp. But before we get to that, we got 5 rules on this podcast. First rule is to be yourself. Second rule is to have fun. And rule 3, 4, 5 is drink. So what we're going to do, we're going to toast up right now with the exclusive. All the way from wherever. We'll be out to yeah. Okay, like I said, we're on the HTG Podcast and anything goes. What's on your mind Wednesdays?
Yes.
Okay. Before we get to that, can you two individually give me a brief bio about yourself?
Well, I'm D-Booge again.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, we have our own podcast, and I'm just a realist. So when I talk about stuff, I'm not biased, even if it's pertaining to me. I'm very much a realist, non-biased, non-judgmental person, and I just believe in people getting to some form or shape or some type of healing, because a lot of things people, you know, they hold in because they think they're the only person going through it, or they just think that people can't relate. And sometimes it's just okay to say, like, yeah, I've been there, or I know somebody, or this exists. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. I'm just a realist.
Absolutely. See, me personally, Rykki, I'm a goal setter, and I'm more of like that. Whatever I set my mind to, I'm gonna do. And whatever I do, I'll make sure I do it well and accomplish whatever I have going on. So, you know, I'm a career woman. I make sure I get whatever I need to get done. But I say I'm a realist, but I'm more so on the side of like, I'm very black and white. it is what it is, it ain't what it ain't. You know, I might say that one thing that people may be thinking in the back of their head, or I might say something somebody not thinking, but I'm gonna say it, make sure it's said, you know, but it's just, you know, it's who I am.
Okay. And are both of y'all ladies from Greenville?
Absolutely.
What
Born
part?
and raised.
What part of Greenville y'all from?
I'm from the district.
Okay.
20, same. District 25.
Okay.
Keep my manner.
Pima Manor.
Pima man. Pima man.
Hey.
Okay. I'm
Where
with.
you from?
I'm from all over.
Oh, see.
You know what I'm saying? I'm from the district, but you know I'm from all over. Bellmead.
I guess I'm a little mixed breed, mostly district.
See, growing up, my mama had multiple places. Like, probably went to 1 million schools, probably, but we had multiple areas that we called home. My mom, you know what I'm saying? My mom had when she was 15, so we moved around a lot. But district all day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bailey's, they from Kennedy Park, 11 Lerman Drive. And got some Baileys on Crestfield, Fox Hall, things of that nature. But yeah, Bellmead. But I like to claim the whole state of South Carolina, man. I'm from Aries because I want South Carolina to win. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But I specifically say Greenville because I feel like people like sleep on Greenville.
Why?
I feel like people say, well, you know, it's so much here, but it's like the city itself, we gotta train and we gotta get ourselves into the motions of like really boosting ourselves up from this city. You know, so I specifically say Greenville, but definitely South Carolina, if anything.
I don't even think we overlook. I just think there's not enough togetherness and people see it when they come.
That's
You
it.
know, so it might be
That's
like
it.
people have opportunities or might be able to do something for the city. And
Yeah.
when people come, they
Yeah.
see like the way business ran, they be like, well, why? You feel what I'm saying? And they can see like, we divided.
Yeah.
You feel me? So
Like
once
they
they
see
see
it
that, they be
behind.
like, I don't even want to. You feel me? So I think it's really like togetherness. You feel me?
I agree.
I do feel what you're saying.
Yeah, but and it's crazy because so much that happens in Greenville goes viral like all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. And it's like people don't even realize, oh, that's Greenville is going viral for all the stuff that we have going on because, you know, whoever don't really have that heart in them to, you know, rip Greenville. You know, they just be like, well, I'm gonna just think about me.
Yeah. It be like that. Yeah, you got cause that's how they conquer somebody. Once they divide you, they can conquer you.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I say that, but that was on my head the whole time.
on your
That
head.
was the goal since day one when they brought us over here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, we got one of them.
Yeah.
We got some of those on here today.
Definitely one of those.
It's Black History Month.
Black History Month. Hey, Black History Month. What's that?
Every Wednesday.
Yeah, Black History Month. Yeah, we've been repping
That's our
that.
month every month though. We just don't get enough credit.
Yeah.
We don't get enough credit.
Yeah.
That's what they
That's
did.
just what it is.
They divided the month so we could conquer February, and then they say we're gonna forget about you, and then they gonna erase us from history books. So that's why we gotta continue to teach our youth about what's going on. Like, let them know it's more than LeBron James.
Absolutely.
And it's a lot more.
You know they taking that shit out of school though.
Yeah, they post.
Absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
they taking like certain stuff like they happened in history. They trying to like basically like whitewash it.
Specifically,
So it don't look
slavery.
like
Yeah.
it don't look like the white people or the bad people.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
wow.
feel what I'm saying?
But they already don't really teach it anyway.
Yeah, they
So
don't.
what we know, it ain't like they pulling out history books teaching us about slavery. I don't remember a time in school learning about slavery. Everything I learned about slavery was outside, such as movies. My parents telling us or just experiencing racism myself and growing up experiencing it. You know, really in the work world is when you really encounter it. Well, no, you encounter it when you in school and you young, when you young.
They don't even
But
call
you
it
really,
slavery in school no more.
you really don't even
Yeah,
know
they don't call. That's what I was googling. They don't call it.
They don't call it slavery.
I'm just
But they
They
don't
thinking,
call it a
remember-
triangle or something.
I
like
don't
that.
remember them speaking on it at all. Not from me.
It was very brief and very, very.
I'm just thinking about what she's saying though. Like I don't really just remember.
I remember
like,
them having-
pictures of
yeah.
them showing us.
Nah.
I
Stuff
remember
like that.
Black History Month being celebrated, but I don't remember actually being in social studies, learning like, oh, this what happened. No, none of that. I remember like them telling us about the colonists and things like that. Then you automatically jump to geography.
They didn't go like I would say they didn't go into detail. They didn't go into detail about what was really going on.
But if you think about it too, when they was talking about Black history and they was talking about Martin Luther King, but they always put Martin Luther King against Malcolm X. Made Malcolm X look like he was the bad guy.
Yeah.
But really, he really wasn't. Mm-hmm. He really wasn't. But they want to make Malcolm X the bad guy. That's what he is in the history. But he's really not. He's not. So.
I love that Malcolm X movie.
He just matched the energy. Whatever he was on, I'm on.
The crazy thing about it, I didn't even get into Malcolm X until I got older. That's how you know they demonized.
Yeah, me too. Because I definitely for a long time thought Malcolm X was the bad guy. Like, he was pro-violent.
Your mama, anybody wouldn't even talk about him. Like, oh, Malcolm X, boy, shut up.
Right.
Yeah, they be like.
Malcolm X just matched energy. Whatever he was on, and that's just what it is. He called a spade a spade. He didn't want. They didn't want the truth about how they treated our people and how the. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Not to say it, but to say it. They didn't really want that. They broadcasted the way he was broadcasted.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Of course, they gonna highlight Martin Luther King because he took a different approach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
But Malcolm X also had the masses
Yeah.
behind him. Martin Luther King had black people behind him, but Malcolm X had like the masses behind him. Like it goes deeper. He was into it with what's that one they got the show about on Epics, the guy that with the lazy eye played him.
Oh yeah.
What's the name?
Oh, I know you're talking about my boy.
Not
the boy Bumpy Johnson. He was working with him.
Like he was working behind the scenes with the drug because he knew that's what was going on. So he just played a hand in it, to like
with the lazy eye.
Awareness. To like bring awareness to certain things. So he had like masses behind him, and because people actually followed him, they were afraid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they were afraid of that. Yeah.
When you have structure like that, any black man in the world, that's how you know niggas don't really be talking about shit. Like Big Meats. When Big Meats did what he did, the feds was really on his ass.
Yeah.
Because he was really bringing people together. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Anytime a nigga got power to do that, they on your ass. And I always give you like a year top.
Yeah.
That's
you right about
they
that.
gonna be on your ass. Taxes, whatever, sending women to you, whatever type of shit. They gonna get your ass.
Well, okay, I'm like this. So I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Since it is Black History Month, give me female, male, someone from the past that inspires you to be a better person today.
Maya Angelou.
Okay.
I love her.
Yeah, she's pretty deep.
She because I'm a deep person.
Mm-hmm.
So, and since I was a little girl, like I've always been infatuated by her.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird because I still have that infatuation to this day. Like I love her.
Okay.
And when I was a little girl, my oldest brother would laugh at me because I would run around talking about I'm a phenomenal woman.
Yeah.
Didn't even know what it means.
Yeah.
But I used to run around saying it. Like when I heard it, I'm a phenomenal woman.
Okay.
Just,
I like that.
Crazy stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with it. I'm down for it.
Honestly, I get a lot more inspiration from the men in history, but like one of the top ones for me is definitely Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm like, I can't name a woman per se, because it is a lot of women that definitely paved the way, but it's, I'm definitely pro Malcolm X. That's one who inspired me, because he inspires you to step up and say what it is. You get what I'm saying? Don't sugarcoat it. Don't try to, filter it to appease whoever.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I've always been a big fan of Malcolm X. So that's what I would say.
Okay. Cash Out, you got somebody to inspire you?
I'm gonna say Dr. Saban.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he'll be one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because he got me into all that, like, learning about the body and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I wouldn't even be on that type of time if I not got on his type of time. You feel me?
Yeah, that's good.
And just like being like 26 and not having no older man to listen to every day and just hearing the type of stuff he's saying, feel me, I just was clean with it.
Okay. I like that.
I just like history period though. We just like history period.
Anybody black before. Except
the
Uncle Tom.
I feel
Anybody black, pro-black. and make some sense. And know what they talking about.
Yeah.
You know, it's not cheap. Definitely for it. I watch ESPN all sometimes. And
Yeah.
I just be looking like, what y'all talking about?
Yeah.
That's it.
What y'all talking about?
They be
I like sports.
Trolling.
Yeah.
I don't understand how people still watch that out there.
Uncle Tom's. Man, I be seeing some of them on there every time out there,
Be
vaccine
trolling.
stuff, talking junk about Kyrie Irving and all that stuff. I just be like, what's wrong with y'all? What's yours? I ain't in there. What's yours? Who yours?
V-word.
Oh, he talking about the video. They gonna cut. Oh yeah.
What be word?
Oh, he talking about that. He talking about that.
Oh, did I say that?
You can say what you want to say. This anything goes. What you was asking me?
Who is
Who was
yours?
yours?
Oh, my grandpa. He was
Oh,
like on some real shit. Like I had wrote a what you call it, like an essay about him like in the 8th grade. He had did some shit like he was like one of the first black civil rights activists in Green. Like not one of the first, but he had did a sit-in at the library or some shit.
okay.
He got arrested. And him and Jesse Jackson was together. And then he say he don't fuck with Jesse Jackson. So like I
was about to say, your daddy was
love So my grand like usually every year around on Black History Month, like the Greenville News always just do like some type of interview with him, but it be the same thing, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
They just talk about the city and I forgot what year it was.
Explain to us why you don't fuck with Jesse Jackson.
Oh.
I mean, I know why, but go ahead.
I'm gonna have to get him to come on the podcast.
Yeah, I know why he don't.
Yeah, he
I'm gonna
just,
let him,
he-
you know, Jesse Jackson.
my granddad said he did it because he wanted to do it. He didn't do it to try to get fame off of it. And then I get him, but they all grew up together. They went to Sterling High School and all this shit. So they all kind of grew up together and they was by it. So like his meaning behind it, I had to get him on here and let him take a little shot and go for it.
I need to be there.
But yeah, my grandpa. But other than that, like, you know, just anybody that was positive, I ain't really tripping on it.
Basically sold out.
Yeah, basically.
What is it?
So
Nah, I got
words.
too. I don't know so much, but
I don't want to talk about my boy like
Only
that.
up,
But
'cause it's like,
Oh. here you go. Oh, if you need to pour you some more of that exclusive, you just say arm.
on.
Hey, so we talked about a little Black history. Talked about your podcast. So let's go deep into detail. Like what inspired y'all to start y'all podcast?
Okay.
What's on your mind Wednesdays, right?
So
go ahead,
normally,
tell him.
I normally do lives, like especially when it was in a pandemic. I was doing a lot of lives, just going live, bringing awareness about certain things. Like a lot of things I talk about is more like trauma, relationship stuff, a lot of relationship stuff, because every day you have relationships with people. This is what you deal with on a day-to-day basis, and the things you do and how you operate affect those relationships.
Correct.
And it affects you. So that's my biggest thing. So I did that. I started that, but I kind of slacked off once the world got that moving. And then it's my passion. That's what I love to do. People reach out to me for advice all the time. Not to say that I got it all figured out or nothing like that. It's just my passion, and I'm very genuine, non-biased, and non-judgmental. So I'm just like, okay, drink wine, sit and have my life. And then me and my cousin, I asked him to reach out to my cousin, but he couldn't do it for his own personal reasons. So Rykki came on. I invited Rykki one Wednesday, and
I asked to come on. Yeah,
it's just been up since there.
Yeah.
So now
It
it's
was
my
a hit
goal.
since.
So now it's like, we in it together. Like
That's
this
what's
ain't
up.
just my thing no more. This is our thing. So that type thing.
It was one of those things. I caught a live with her and her cousin. I was like, oh yeah, let me get on there. I need to say something. I'm known for saying something, but I mostly make a post like going on live and speaking and all that stuff like that. I'm usually not the one that's like get in front of the camera type deal, but I make a post or a status and say whatever it is, and a lot of people do. They mess with me just because I'm gonna say what it is, So I think me going on there and actually people being able to see me like face to face and actually see what I'm talking about. But like she said, once I went on the podcast the first time, it was basically like the hit 16, and we kind of just been rolling for a couple months, every single Wednesday, like boo 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 boo. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm glad we got y'all on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
yeah.
That's what's up. That's really like, to be honest, like everybody like, oh, everybody trying to jump into a podcast, right? But what was everybody doing when they was going live? It's like everybody, they put a title on something and then they put you in a box. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like I commend everybody. Like, hey, if you just want to get your thoughts out there, I'd rather for you to get your thoughts out there than sit and have them all in. You feel me?
Right, right.
And I feel like people just be, you know, they feel some type of way because they don't have the courage to do it. Like, they want to do it.
Mhm.
They would love to do it.
Well,
they just don't have what it takes to just throw
That's what it
themselves
be,
out
boy.
there.
That's what it
And
be.
like I told her when she told me, like, I don't like to hear myself talk over the camera.
Yeah, I don't
woo-woo-woo.
like all that.
Like,
Yeah.
I didn't either. So it took me going live all the time to really articulate the way that I speak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the way that I sound on camera.
Mhm.
Get my posture together. Get everything together. Like, it takes time. You just gotta put yourself out there and everything will come with time. You know, like, I had to take breaks and, you know, recollect. But, you know, I get it back started because at the end of the day, this is my passion. This is something I love to do.
Mhm.
And you know what I'm saying? I do it with these.
That's why we're a good pair because I keep on track with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, she does.
I mean, because like I said, I get my goals set and it's just be like, we got to get this done. You know what I'm saying?
See, I ain't that type of person. I'm like, look, we gonna get it done. This is what's gonna happen. We gonna do it. What's up?
We need to get it done. Like,
So tell me. What
every Wednesday.
tell me when y'all done butted heads. Cause we got some stuff to talk about, but like we in the intro, so like
Butting heads?
but tell me when y'all butted heads like on the podcast. Like when y'all like
We butt heads all the time, technically.
We agree to disagree.
That's it.
well,
We don't butt heads.
has it ever been where it was you felt like where you felt like you know how you going back and forth with a debate, but like let's say we watching it and like after you get done you be like, bro, we really was going at each other. It's like it make it seem like it was off, but it's really still good. You know, like
No.
y'all never had none of that.
No, we just
we don't-
agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We don't take that personally,
believe in
like,
that, though.
because
I
we-
don't believe in that.
So here's the thing. Here's the
I
thing.
can't believe the disagree.
Because we both so strong-minded and we so strong opinionated when it comes to certain things, it's
Yeah.
like, I ain't gonna take it personally just because she don't agree with what I'm saying, and she ain't gonna take it personally if I don't agree with what she's saying. You get what I'm
Because
saying?
I'm still
So
gonna stand on what I feel, what I believe, and what I know. Because what I know comes from my own personal perspective, and my perspective
Yeah.
is driven by my personal experiences.
Mhm.
So she's never gonna see things the way that I see them
Yeah.
because our walk is different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though we might be on the same vibration in some shape, form, or fashion.
These
Right.
words we're using today.
The walk is different. Like, she can't walk in my shoes, I can't walk in her shoes. We both wear different sizes, so it's gonna be different.
it's gonna
Okay.
be different, but it be the same at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm just giving her a different perspective of what a different angle.
She
'cause
like
I'm
to
always
play devil's advocate.
devil's advocate. is what I am.
I'm not playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, I play devil's
Go
advocate.
ahead.
I'm
all the
talking
time.
about y'all gonna agree to disagree.
We have to.
But it's a fact somewhere. And you cannot agree. You can't
But we
disagree.
agree on the facts. But the fact can turn. It can go different
I-
directions.
I'm for the facts.
Because this is what me and her
But
both
she's
had.
more of a let's play devil's advocate and see
I'm
if
trying
it
to
don't
be-
go this way.
I
See,
tell
I
you
ain't that
different
person.
situations.
Oh,
Like,
This is
you
what's
know what I'm
happening.
saying?
This is what's going on.
Like, I'm
That's
telling you,
a-
like,
that's a-
okay,
that's a-
this is a fact. Look, I'm like, this is a fact, but also understand this fact can go this direction as well too. It's not just a one-way street.
So basically, both y'all be just going back with perspective, not actually what is.
No, I'm
It's-
more so
it
speak
is,
on what
yeah.
is. She'll play devil's advocate and give a different scenario.
They
Yeah,
can.
depending
Yeah,
on the
all the
person. You know what I'm saying?
They
So
can change. I'm telling you.
Facts can change.
Yeah.
Facts can't change.
Nah.
That's why they get
Facts
statistics.
can't
So
change.
therefore, those statistics change all the time.
No,
Yeah.
no.
So-
they
Yes,
not.
they do.
So, but look, I get what you're saying,
That's
but
not
what,
true, though.
but what I'm getting like, so basically put it like this. Let's say there's a problem, we come up with a solution, we just handle it different. That's what I look
Yeah,
at.
basically,
Agree to
yeah.
disagree.
Yeah.
We agree that it's a
Yeah.
problem, but I'm gonna handle this way. You're gonna handle it your way. You may disagree how I handle it, but we agree that
And
it's
we
a
probably
problem.
gonna end up
Yeah.
in the same
Yeah.
spot more than
Yeah.
likely, but it ain't a one-way thing. It's not
Yeah.
only one type of
way to get to
yeah,
it.
It's all about understanding.
yeah.
Yeah, it's all about
And we have a
understanding.
great understanding.
What's y'all signs?
I'm a Sagittarius.
I don't mean to point at y'all like that.
No, you
No,
know,
you go ahead. I'm an Aries.
I don't know about it.
Aries.
See, you
Yeah.
know,
Aries,
I know we have
Sagittarius.
signs, but I don't really deal with them like that. I ain't never really just dealt with them like that.
Give me some characteristics of an Aries and a Sagittarius.
Uh-huh.
What is the sign?
A fire.
You a
Fire.
fire? Oh my God.
Fire.
You- both of y'all fire?
Yeah.
Hey, Kyle, let's get some water in here. It's about to burn up in this motherfucker.
What are
man.
you?
I'm a Pisces. I'm a water sign.
Oh, yeah, every Pisces, I'm cool with every Pisces.
I'm a Cancer.
Cancer.
I attract a lot of Cancers.
They say
I attract a lot of Cancers. Everybody is always some type of Cancer in the building.
Mm-hmm.
But description of Aries. So Aries are typically the leaders, the ones that get things rolling, the initiators on a lot of stuff. Very strong-minded, very strong-willed, passionate. I saw a meme the other day, and it's really true, technically speaking, because Cancers and Aries are actually, what is it? What did it say? Cancers are
She
Aries.
read Google all the time because it say that.
No, that's just what it is.
Leader, determined, relentless.
But that's what we are at the end of the day. But Cancers and Aries are pretty similar. Like, I'm very passionate. I am technically emotional, but I just handle my emotions a little differently than
Stop doing
with
Cancer
the
like
average.
that.
Yeah, he already knew what I was talking about. I just handle
Don't do
my
it like
emotions
that.
a little differently from what typically, a little more calculated than what a Cancer would. What's it?
So a Sagittarius,
Can't argue with one.
they are
Can't
very,
argue with a Sagittarius.
they are very honest. They are very, very much so free spirited.
Mm-hmm.
Philosophers. What else? Leaders. And we're gonna do our own thing regardless. We don't care about being judged. Like, we're gonna do what we're gonna do regardless.
March the video.
We kind of make our own rhythm and go to it, and we don't
Yeah.
care whether you with us or not. We're gonna do what we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just how I am.
Yeah.
I be in my own little world, in my own little bubble.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now we got our astrology out the way.
Yep. See, this ain't right.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
A Pisces. I like Pisces.
Pisces is cool, man.
When your birthday? It's coming up. Or it's already
March 13th.
March 13th.
Yep.
My best friend is
Oh yeah,
Pisces.
Pisces 70 came. We still in Aquarius season.
Huh?
We still in
I forgot
Aquarius.
last night.
See, my birthday is my birthday is my anniversary
Oh.
with my girlfriend.
Aw.
So she stole my birthday from
Dang.
me. She like, nigga, you gonna be with me or nah? This the day. On your birthday, nigga. Oh, bye. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, bitch. So, but at the end of the day, like, my girl guitarist, so like we was doing some astrology shit last night, and oh my god, I was like, girl, stop reading this shit to me.
Right.
Is it right or wrong?
Pisces and Virgo. They're my sign.
Yeah.
So, God.
What on?
No, he got it.
What you supposed to say?
Arm for a fill up or that exclusive, that Skeletor. But okay, so since we we just talked about some of the astrologies and things of that nature.
That's juice.
We just had it just primed you up for the next location.
I'm telling you.
And we just celebrated a man-made holiday over this past weekend. We just celebrated a man-made holiday this past weekend. How was y'all V-Day?
We was together.
Yeah.
What they call it? What they be calling it? Valentines, yeah.
We was together. We went to lunch.
Yeah, I went to lunch.
And then we did a little drinking with them. Wait on that night.
Oh, okay. Well, what did y'all? If y'all don't mind, where did y'all go? Have a drink at?
We went to ESB.
ESB.
Mm-hmm.
My first time going to ESB was for Super Bowl the other day.
That was my first time going. Mondays.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's pretty cool out there. I like that place. Shout out to ESB. Okay, so I couldn't get nothing out of y'all for that. So, god damn, I thought y'all was gonna give us some
What
stories.
you want us to tell you?
Yeah,
I want to tell me how the V-Day went. But okay, how does it feel to spend Valentine's Day with your girl? Your homie.
I mean,
I love Valentine's Day,
Me
but
too.
it's not no like. See, that's what I be talking about. Like you said, it's a man-made holiday,
yeah,
and a lot of people like do too much when it comes to Valentine's
they
Day.
overhype it.
They overhype it.
Mm-hmm.
This love is love at the end of the day. Love
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and cry me a river and flip the whole table upside down just because I ain't have a male Valentine's. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, technically, I did get gifts, for Valentine's Day, but it just wasn't my
Yeah,
Valentine's.
with an S. Plural. we just state, we just trying to state the fact, like,
You
big
just
fat.
made
You know
a
what I mean?
good point. Yeah.
And meanwhile, I got one happy outside of my girlfriends, I got one happy Valentine's Day.
All right, okay. All right, since y'all said that, okay, I was talking to one of my homies.
Yeah.
what is the Happy Valentine's Day text after hours? Like after Valentine's Day, they went by there like, oh, Happy Valentine's Day type shit. How you look at that?
Child, don't
Might
say
even
me for
message me.
yeah,
Yeah.
don't say me for last. You could
But
get
I mean, technically speaking, I got a Happy Valentine's Day at the top of the morning,
Yeah.
but I ain't talked to him for the rest of the day.
So it's like saying, just
It's the
opposite
same
end.
thing, but I might feel a little type of way if you don't even at least think about it at the beginning of the day. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, I got one Happy Valentine's Day outside of my home.
Yeah, what's up? No, let me know. You ain't out here with all them options.
Man, you got them options.
We're trying to be honest and give her the facts.
She did gifts over there. She
Did
talking
gifts.
about
Let me tell y'all
y'all
what
got
it is.
one.
I'm gonna tell y'all what it is because we just looked at this earlier today, and it's a great example. Lil Dorsey, we was looking at Lil Dorsey earlier
My
today,
girl.
and although she was talking about males, at the end of the day, it really applies to us as well
Women
too. Because at the end of the day, okay, she gave this scenario. It's like a man was like, it's not too many options out here as far as women go, and she was like, well, let me give you a scenario. When think of a supermarket. You got two different types of people that go to the supermarket. You got one that go in there,
No,
they
they
just
won't.
they know what they want. They got the list ready. I need to make this, and I know how many people that I'm going to be feeding X, Y, Z. I know what I want to cook for the rest of the week, and I have my list ready. And when I go to the supermarket, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get specifically what I'm looking for, and I'm gonna get on through.
And if you in my way, I'm like,
Yeah.
excuse me, I need to get that. Let me
Yeah.
get that off the shelf.
Yeah.
And then if I
Gracious.
need to go to multiple stores for multiple things, I'm gonna do
It's
it.
planned out at the end of the day.
Like you know what you want.
Exactly.
And so you're not gonna entertain all the extraness.
But the other scenario is the people that go to the supermarket, they just wing it.
Yeah, they just wing it. I
And
mean,
they just ain't here, they feeling in their phone, they wasn't really
they
prepared.
either way.
So at the end of the day, the metaphor comes down to when you come to dating, it's either one or two things. If you go in there, you already know what you want, you already know what you're looking for to get it boom, 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 or you go in there, you spinning circles and you just picking up anything, you end up getting stuff that you really don't need, really don't want, and you get home, you like, dang, I got all these groceries, I can't do nothing with it.
Mm-hmm. Cause you don't know what you want.
We know what we want.
We
so
know
what
what we want.
saying?
So yeah, what am I playing with you for?
Yeah.
Like if I know from the jump, if you my type of guy, I know from the jump, and if you ain't my type of guy, we can be
We not even about to
cool, we
sit
can
here
be
playing.
friends,
But
but it ain't.
hold on, though.
It's
If
nothing I
you
can do
saying
with
that,
you.
then if you know what you want, then that defers why dating is trash, and you should go ahead and marry, because you know what you want.
But just because I want to marry him don't mean he want to marry me. See, it's a thing. Just because I feel like this is what I want from him doesn't mean what he wants is from me. So that's where dating comes in.
But also in the same time,
And y'all
it's
gotta
just
see if
like,
y'all compatible.
just because you got options, all in all, just because you got options doesn't mean that
You taking them up.
you just getting them just because you got options. I'm
Yeah.
gonna just take this because that's what's in front of me.
You know.
Nah,
But that's what women do.
that's what most people do.
Most
Most
women.
women do.
Yeah, most women.
A lot of women do that.
A
Like-
big percentage of women, probably like 8, 90%.
Why are you talking to her? Why are you talking to her?
Because we talk about this all day, and she don't like me to talk like
You
this.
tell him all women
She be
are
wanting
not
All
like
women
But
that.
she
not
say
like
not
this.
all, but it's a big percentage,
Cause
not a small.
you see how you assume we had
Exactly.
options?
No, I'm just saying the words
Well,
y'all
that's
use.
No, I didn't
The
say
words
you.
y'all use, you was like, well, technically I had one. So I mean, technically you
No.
might have had
Technically, I
more
got.
that you could have got, but
I-
then you didn't. But you just got
No.
one.
Right.
I got one happy
And then she
Valentine's.
said she had valentines.
I said gifts.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing. This is got an early morning text, so them options.
So okay, so I didn't say that though.
Yeah, I know.
But you see how you assume I had options.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily like I don't have options. Like right now in my life, I'm not entertaining nobody.
But,
So,
you,
but-
look though, as a woman though, with a vagina, you gotta recognize that you do have options.
If I wanted them,
But that means you got options though.
no, not
Okay, I'm not
necessarily.
Sagittarius.
No,
Trying to
not
tell you that.
necessarily.
If
Not
this is what you said. You said if you wanted them, so it's like
But
maybe
so
you
the
just say
fact,
you want one. You like, okay, I want one.
no,
You just
the
go.
fact that I'm not entertaining, I don't have options. So like my phone is dry. It's not like people are calling and texting my phone on a day-to-day basis right now.
Yeah, but if you wanted to get them to do it, you can. So you're not entertaining it, but you do have options. Women always got options.
I mean,
There's never a day when
She got
a
options.
woman can have a stank pussy, hair messed up and all, and guess what? I put this on my life, she got an option.
She
Women
got
always have
options.
But you got a point.
Women can be fully married, 8 kids, she still got options. Because there's always a simp out there that's going to take care of all them 8 kids.
Yeah, and dudes, like one of the watchers just said, dudes do too.
Yeah.
They do. I was
Men have more options than women at this point.
Nah, I don't say that.
Absolutely.
I don't say that because
it's way more women in the population than there are men. And men have more options than women.
It's not way more men that women want. Because we already know that it's like all the women fucking the same niggas in any city you go to. You go to any city, and I bet
my point that men have more options than women do.
But that's because
it's
what
like
I'm
50
saying is
women
like,
to one nigga.
But what I'm saying though is like men do have options.
They have more options than women.
Women have a vagina. If a nigga don't, this is what I'm saying though.
Like she said, men stick their thing in anything.
Men
Okay,
stick
look.
their thing in anything,
Like
but
we-
the option is come from the vagina.
So what we say all the time, a woman chooses who she want to sleep
Exactly.
with, and a male sleeps with who allows it. Is
Exactly.
only allowed to sleep with one.
Bingo.
So women got the options.
You feel me? So at the
We
end of
have
the day,
the power. We just, but y'all have more.
But a lot of women don't even
I mean, we
use
may-
their
we may
power
have-
correctly.
so we may have the option, but I'm just saying, like men, like we go out, you could be on a girl all night long. If she say no, it's a wrap.
Niggas don't have options.
But
like
she
that. I'm telling
been
you, I'm
sitting there
putting it
sucking
like
your
this.
pockets dry and
No.
about to go chill with
Let me
Leroy.
do this,
Right,
Scoop. Let me do this, Scoop. I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna show you how men don't have options, right? Because if majority of the same women fucking the same dudes, and that's only like 1% in Greenville. So if it's like 50 top tier dudes in Greenville,
Club owners.
and 20 and they running through every bitch in Greenville, the niggas that's beneath them, y'all looking at them like, nigga.
Female.
But it's okay. So let me
I
ask
ain't
you
gonna
this
say too
question.
much.
Do
Speak
you
your
know
mind.
what you want is the first question, and the second question is where are you going to find these women? Because like Love Dorsey said on her thing, y'all not going to the places where women are going and actually have something going on. It might look at a guy and say, well, he don't got this, but I got it and I can work with it. It's work with it. You get what I'm saying? Like he got the ambition, he got the drive. We can work this thing out. You know what I'm saying? So where are you going to find these women?
I mean,
You going to the club where women get
You ain't going to look. You ain't going to find nobody. I ain't going to find nobody. But you just.
I'm just
because
saying,
of-
no, I'm just speaking in
I like
general.
fucking
but,
women.
yeah, I know what she's saying.
I'm
but
just saying, like, where you going to find these women? Go to the places where the women, they got business about themselves. And then you won't have a ain't shit bitch or a bitch that's been ran through.
but
Right.
No, hold on.
Bingo.
First of all, where's all these bitches?
No, I'm sorry.
They got stuff going. I mean, women.
Hey, look.
They got stuff going on.
We're
Hold on. Listen to me. Listen
I'm not
to me
gonna-
though.
Like,
Listen
for
to me
real.
though. Listen to me though.
But we gonna be in
And not
that
for me. I'm just saying for the men.
Okay.
And on top of that, it's like
This is a safe place. You can say whatever you
most
want to say.
of these women have a mass majority of these women have been ran through.
No.
I mean,
Okay, all right, hold up. All right. So look, at the end of the day, everybody got body counts.
Yeah.
not
Okay.
everybody. That ain't true.
More than one body is a body count. One body is a
Okay.
body count.
Okay.
If you want to
okay,
say it. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
If you want to play,
speaking from
like that.
More than one.
Cause my thing, I ain't listen. You can fuck 40 niggas, 50 niggas. Like my thing is, I know the history of
Listen what I'm
myself.
telling you. You can fuck whoever you want. You can have as many body count as you want. But I'm gonna judge
Who
you
am I
based
fuck-
on that body count. Just like a woman
I'm gonna
would
judge
judge
you.
me based off my
Let me
body
get
count.
let me get an arm.
I tell a woman.
Let me get an
I
arm.
tell a woman. Like, oh yeah, I done fucked over
I'm
200
a
bitches. What's up? She gonna look at me
See,
like,
and people think
damn.
I'm crazy.
What type of nigga is this? But you do not buy a used car without checking the mileage.
That's correct.
I'm gonna
You
tell.
don't.
Yeah, I know.
You
But
can have a
Your
Bentley
facts,
on
because you want me to tell you why? Because you gotta, if I done it with these many people, I gotta think about the trauma that you done endured.
Yeah.
And the trauma that you ain't even taken care of, which most people not. Let's just keep it out, funky out there. I can go out and look at a girl and tell that she ain't even into trying to get herself,
together.
her mental. I don't even give a fuck what you look like.
Yeah.
Your toes can be busted, you can look ugly, whatever. If you ain't talking that shit that I want to hear at this age I'm at, I don't even care because I know your mind state ain't well.
It's not what it said.
So
It's not what it's supposed to be.
So if her mental where it's at today, are you still worried about the body count? Like if she, okay, that's like, no, just it was a yes or no, yes or no.
You can't judge them, but I'm gonna have to. It's tedious though, bro. You get what I'm saying? Though.
I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, so
I done deal with women like that, but as my past experiences, I won't do it no more.
It's like shopping for a Bentley on a new lot versus a used lot.
You feel me?
Like I want a Bentley.
I want to go to Toyota Greenville
if I go to a used car lot, I'll be like, I
want to go to the Bentley place to go slide and go pick that
shit up.
Depends on the previous owner.
I feel like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is like, I want to know, but I don't want to know. But at the end of the day, who am I dealing with today? Right. Like, that's what I got to deal with. Because at the end of the day, hurt people. And people that, like, and it depends on, like, the society. Like, how many, depending on what you seen or what you went through. Or, like, let's say, a male like me personally, or let's say a female. A female has a mother in the home. You have the father in the home, but then the father is absent. So then it's like, sometimes they clenching for love in the male. So they might get it.
No, sometimes that's what
I'm just saying. We're giving the benefit of we're giving them benefit of that. So like, that's just like, which me personally, like your bedroom is your bedroom. But some women take offense to like they won't call a man daddy while they're in the bedroom. Hey, the conversation's been had. We on episode 1, whatever. The conversation has been had on here. Well, I'm gonna call a nigga daddy for if I got my own daddy, even though he wasn't here. But at the same time, they'll try to, like, with the mental health state where we at now, they be flipping everything. Like, it can't even be fun. But
because they have a problem. I'm not just playing with black women. Men have a problem too. Mm-hmm. We've been unpacking that shit for forever. You feel me? I think men doing a little bit better now. If you ask me, that's just how I feel. I want you to say men doing better, but at the same time, just like women are affected from not having their father in their home, men are being affected for not having their father. But being raised by a woman, men are definitely affected by being raised by. We would have been better off not having both parents. Yeah. Than just being raised by a woman.
Yeah, you do what you see until you know change.
You feel me?
Until you accept change.
Yeah. So everybody, I feel like every person, once they get to a certain age, they should unlearn and relearn. Mm-hmm. I feel like at a certain age, everybody should unlearn and relearn. That's where change comes. And people don't understand that what you attract is who you are. Like I tell people all the time, I've been single for years, but I cannot sit here and say that I do not attract good men. I attract good men. Majority of my single years was because I felt like I wasn't ready to be in a relationship. Now it's at the point I've been single so long, it's hard for me to let somebody in that space on the everyday
you got your guard up and you don't want to drop it.
And that's something I had to deal with that. And she tell me all the time, like, you too single.
And she tell me I'm too relationships.
I'm single. Like, I'm on whatever you on. I would drop you. I would drop you without in a drop of a dime. I would drop you. Like like you, it's certain things that I'm just not gonna tolerate.
Red flag gone.
Yeah, like you gone. I'm not giving the benefit of the doubt because I had to unlearn and relearn myself. Like it's a lot of things, and I had a daddy in my life. Like I have an active father, so a lot of my wisdom and a lot of what I know and how I operate with men did come from that. So I do have that advantage. So I'm very strong-willed in what I feel and my standards and my morals. And my first level of intimacy was with my father. Not talking about sex. You share that first level of intimacy supposed to be with your father, and I had that. So I'm not just looking for any kind of love. It's a certain type of love I'm looking for. Okay. And because I got love from a man. I'm the only girl with my mom and my dad. I'm the only girl. So I know what it feels to be loved by men. Yeah. I'm not in desperate need of love from a man. Yeah. So I'm not finna go for anything. I'm not finna settle for anything because I don't have to. If I just want some love, I'm gonna go to my daddy. Yeah. I'm gonna go to my brothers because they love me. I'm the only girl. Come on, they love me to death. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't just desperate for that kind of love. In today's society, that's my biggest issue because men are so used to women that'll just go for anything because they automatically attach to the need of just having that male affection, that male intimacy. Right. that when they meet a woman like me, it's like, oh, she just hard to deal with. No, I'm just not going for anything.
Yeah.
You can't use the same bullshit.
Yeah, you can't
that you
manipulate
use on
me.
the other girl.
You can't slide me.
And that's why I was telling my old lady, like, it's easy for a nigga to fuck a bitch.
Yeah.
You feel me? Bitches don't just be having that will to really know what the fuck going on. They believe anything.
You gotta listen.
They believe anything a man say.
Yeah,
a nigga pull
anything.
up, vet,
Gullible.
hop out. You feel me? What's up?
Gullible.
Panties wet and believe everything you know. He gone.
You gotta listen tonight.
They quit.
You gotta listen
You feel
tonight.
me?
That's all it comes down
Yeah,
to.
like,
Okay.
It's just trauma that people gotta unpack. Like I said, it ain't just beating up on the women. Like I said, men got stuff they need to do. I feel like men doing a little bit better, especially these younger men that's coming up. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? Just everybody need to unpack their trauma, man.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, that's it.
we out. How do you?
35, I'll be 36.
How do you?
No, I am. 28.
Say it for the record. I'm 30.
32.
How do you? So everybody is basically 30.
Good age, too.
At 30, nobody should be complaining and making excuses for what they went through. You went through it. It is what it is. Get up, do whatever you need to heal and move. Not disregarding what you went through, but griping and complaining, being angry, ain't gonna do nothing for you. You're not gonna get nothing different until you unlearn that and relearn what needs to be learned.
I started at like 25.
You know what I'm saying? You have to. It's vital.
But I think 30s is, like you said, you learn and unlearn. I think 30s is like, that's just the phase where you just figuring it out. Like, cause see, at the end of the day, depending on how you came up, or this depending on what path you took, like your 20s is really like your teens.
Yeah.
Your 30s is like,
20.
you know what I'm saying? And then you molding yourself at 30, so when you know.
But it's not supposed to be. It's like that for us because we kind of
come late.
Yeah, we came
We
late.
kind of start below. We start below zero.
We don't have
So when we get to our 20s, we kind of just trying to rise above. Then when we get to our 30s, we at ground zero.
Yeah.
So we just start living at that point. Versus other people, they
Other
races, they start them out.
Specifically.
In their 20s, they start living.
Mm-hmm.
They already got cars. At 18, we trying to get an apartment, get a car, tearing up our credit. So we fighting to get above ground zero.
Yeah, cause we already.
So we trying to fight back all these years. So that's where a lot of our trauma come from too. And then it's like we young, we grown with age, but maturity wise, we ain't grown.
See, we just get like, that's what I'm saying. So like the 30s, that's when like it started clicking. Like, damn.
Yeah.
But I wasted all that time doing it.
That's why
I would say
a bunch of nothing.
that's why I think Dr. Umar was saying at one point, like, that's why it's not good to keep the kids. You know how mom be like, 18, you out of here.
Yeah,
It's not,
You feel me? That was like, it's not
forcing the
good
kids
to
grow.
force them out like that.
Yeah.
Because you feel me? Like she said, other races, they be at home till they like 25.
So they got their
They
credit
got
right.
everything.
You know what I'm saying? They can go buy a house.
You feel me? And they do it in that one house to get more. You get what I'm saying? It ain't about just being at home.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? It's more of a business to them.
But I feel like as our people, as black people, in our 20s, we really learning like some of that stuff that we learned from our parents really it makes sense.
It didn't make sense.
It's not
They just
really
went with the flow.
It's not adding up the way it should have added up. And sometimes we go through our 20s trying to unlearn a lot of the stuff that we learned. So
yeah, it be like that. I think all that. I think everything y'all saying and everything everybody saying. I think it all got a sticking point. I mean, you do what you see.
Yeah.
You do what you see, and then at the same time, like our families, either whether it was a small family or a large family, out there, like my great grandparents, let's say they had 13 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the 13, let's say 10 on was just that's it. But the other 3, once they created their lane, used to always, you know how like you got that Uncle Jeff or that Uncle that, we going to so and so house, they got swimming pool, they got this, they got a cave, they the clean house, they make. That's what you got to look at, but you don't know how they got there because they sharing it in their household.
Yeah,
they ain't sharing it with the nieces and nephews. They sharing it with their kids. Like, this is what you need to do to get here. Don't be like, or they look, however they say.
Kind of look down on the other family members.
Yeah. So and then so it's just we gotta teach our kids, and we just, like you said, we relearning and unlearning and shit like that.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus, y'all getting deep on me. I forgot what I about to ask you. We went from love and Valentine's Day, and I was just.
It's a relationship.
It's a relationship. I was just trying to be fun.
I'm learning.
So what? Are y'all both single?
Yeah.
So what is it gonna take for y'all not to be single?
So with me,
Relationships ain't for everybody at the end of the day. So I'm just saying, what would it
I
take?
want to be in a relationship, absolutely. With me, what it's gonna take for me to be unsingle is I need to. It's weird because I'm single, but I don't act like I'm single. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's gonna take a man to really pay attention to me and understand me, take the time to understand me and love me properly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a complicated individual, but I'm very simple at the end of the day. But if you take the time to like really just pay attention to me and love me properly, I'm gonna do it. Like I said, I'm very goal oriented, so I need that support on the back end. You know, it's like I'm pro traditional. You know, man, wife, husband, wife. You know, etc., etc. But at the same time, it's still a little wiggle room that it's gonna have to change because I'm so goal oriented. I'm career driven. You know, whatever my goals are set to, sometimes I don't really have that time to play that wife for today. You get what I'm saying? But you have to be willing to adjust and really like I said, support me and just love me the proper way and just understand me in order for me to be in a relationship. And it kind of sounds a little selfish at the end of the day, but it sounds selfish at the end of the day, but the reason why I have that expectation is because that's how I am when it comes to my man. Like, I pay attention to the details. Like I watch you and I see those little things that you need, that little filler in. You get what I'm saying? You might can mention something to me and I'll remember and I'll go and, you know, get it for you. I do that to my man. So I just want the same thing back at the end of the day.
Because we love our men how we want to be loved.
Yeah.
So
Y'all crazy. That's
But
what
y'all
y'all
do
do.
realize men and women don't love the same.
I said y'all probably crazy as hell.
but what it take me to not be single, I need a guy that makes me feel comfortable enough to be vulnerable, to be soft. Because I'm an alpha female, and like I said, I'm real firm on my standards.
Do you know how to submit?
No,
I do.
Yeah,
I
alpha
do.
female.
No.
Alpha females
I
submit all the
I've
time.
submitted before.
Yeah.
But it's like nowadays people want you to submit to BS. Like you can't come to me and want me to give my all to you and you coming at me with BS. Like,
It gotta make sense.
I want to talk to you, but I got a situation. That's automatically BS.
You
Now I
said
got an
something
extra
like that.
guard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you come in, you like, oh, I just want to go with the flow. No, we ain't going with the flow. I'm 30. I ain't going with the flow. I did that last 6 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
So, but I need a guy that, that'll come in and let me know, like, it's okay. Take the load off of me. I'm so used to
That
doing
part, yeah.
everything by myself, like pay attention enough to be like, darn, she solely do this by herself. My children's father is in prison. So it's strictly me and my children. Strictly on a day-to-day basis is me and my 2 children. So for a guy to come in and pay attention and be like, darn, you know what I'm saying? Let me help her out a little bit. It ain't even gotta be no money. It could be like, let me run a bathwater if we that involved. You get what I'm saying? Let me just take her out downtown to ease her mind. She done had a long day. Or maybe let me, the kids don't really have a father figure. She done got 30 calls from the school within the last week. Let me holler at them right quick. You know what I'm saying? Type thing.
It's
like, and it ain't even gotta be on no, like, stepdaddy stuff.
It's just
from
a man.
Talking to a child, a young boy, because they're lacking it. You get what I'm saying? You just the simplest things. Because again, financially, I got it. I've been doing it for years. If I'm dealing with a guy,
gonna make something work, man.
I'm strictly dealing with a guy to love him. But guys are so used to women and so used to their own trauma that they haven't dealt with, that they think every woman is out to use and abuse them, especially a woman that they see who like nice things. Like I always like, oh, you must mess with a nigga with a lot of money, or you did. Why would you say that? Why do you think that? Because how I carry myself? Because how I carry myself a man. No. No, this is like.
It's serious, but yeah.
Like men assume because of how I look. And then when I get involved, they think it's like a money thing.
I think
No.
that's a sign of intimidation. Right?
Yeah.
If a man walk up on you and say something like that, then it's
No, it ain't like they walk
up on
me.
you, but I know how
Yeah,
they
like
say it.
eventually it'll
That's
come out,
intimidation.
or they'll kind of feel intimidated or infuriated, or be like, you know, then eventually it'll come like, oh, you got it, and like what?
You know, a lot of the times and this is like men that come up to me and like you said, going back to that supermarket analogy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of men that come up to me, they like, it's something about me that intrigues them at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
But once they get like close to me and it's time to have a conversation, it's like, okay, the stuff that I'm used to, like you said, those masses of women would go for, it's just like, why would you even say something like that?
Right. Thanks.
Like, it's not, what are you talking about? Like, it's not cute to come up and insult someone, because that's what a lot of these girls kiki and ha-ha and take. Yeah, like, it's weird. I'm gonna give you an example. Like, met a guy, it was like an introduction type thing, and it was like, he came up to me, he was like, yeah, you cute, you got a little mustache. I'm like, first of all, I don't even have a mustache, but why would you think,
you don't know me?
You don't even know me. Why would you think that would be the icebreaker to me even having a conversation with you? Why would you think that would be the icebreaker?
I don't know.
But a lot of girls would have took that and been like, oh, yeah. I'm like, no.
Because he's so-called popular around here. I guess he thought that was going to be
that was trash.
Cute.
It was not cute.
What is popular?
I don't know. I mean,
what is
popular? He was one of the ones that like people like extra hype.
That social media stuff.
Yeah, that
you get on
Facebook. Yeah, like
you get on Facebook, you got a lot
of
get on Facebook and get a lot of people that laugh up under you say a lot of this funny stuff, but it really don't be funny.
Or
it's
you
really
repost a real meme, and everybody up under it like, oh, you just started this yourself, knowing and I've seen it 1,000 times before.
Yeah,
like I don't understand.
A lot of these people be up under these statuses and they just be like bandwagoning when it comes to our, and it really just y'all being sheep to BS.
Yeah, like.
But that's what the popular is, I guess.
The blind leading the blind.
Yeah.
The blind leading the blind. That's what popular is.
And they hate anybody else who think different.
Yeah. It be the blind leading the blind.
Anybody that think different, they look at you like you a goddamn piece of meat.
Yeah.
Like,
they want to kill you.
But yeah, I don't know. That's what it's gonna take for me. But I definitely need a man that's just to add to what he would need to be. You know, he definitely would need to have a head on his shoulders. Okay. He definitely need to be someone that's not like too easily impressed or too persuaded too easily for women, because women got game. Women got a lot of game.
Yeah,
a lot of females can come up here and really trick a dude off. Like, you gotta have some sense to not get tricked off by these females. You gotta have some self-control. But if you don't have good taste in women, if you can't control yourself when it comes to women, it's kind of just like, it's a turn off to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Big turn off.
And a lot of guys, they come up to me and they be popular, and I just be like, we don't have no conversation. Because
and they can't, men do not know, a lot of men do not know how to have a conversation.
They don't really know. They don't really study
like
intellect.
They just.
I'm telling you, like,
they
people don't really study this shit, bro.
They don't.
Like, at some point in your life, you gotta be like, I gotta up my combo, feel wholeheartedly about something that really matters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like me, I'm a person who like to talk, so that's one of the things. Like, I like deep conversations.
She asked a million and one question.
So yeah, I like deep conversations. I like those type of things. So for you not to be able to hold a conversation or to be able to just talk, some people nowadays got the phones and stuff. They really don't know how to have They know how to text, and I'm not even a texter. Somebody send me a text, I pick up the phone and call you. They're like, why you call me? I just text you. Because I'm not a texter. I want to talk. Let's talk. I'm not going to text you paragraphs.
A man that can talk to me is like...
But I don't even like to talk on the phone. So, but the way she just said it is that, if you going to text me something, first of all, I'm going to call you. Especially if you text me something like I got to argue with you about. I'm definitely going to call you.
Because I'm not going to argue with you.
I'm not about to do this texting thing.
Me either.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like you said we was crazy earlier. You said we probably crazy.
Nah, because I just look at it like this: like we all present ourselves, and we all present ourselves in one way, and then when the I guess when you let your guard down, or like when the veil is pulled back, it's always.
So you want to know what it is that's hindering us?
No, not
we
really.
Talk about it if you want to.
No, I mean,
talk about it.
Talk about it,
We
because
don't
y'all said
business.
something interesting that made me want to ask you something, Rykki. Because you said you traditional, but it need to change.
It's a little tweaking here and there.
Okay, you said it's traditional, but it need to change. So traditional is like man, woman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the man is the provider and the woman takes care of the household.
Okay.
But the thing about it is, I say just need tweaking.
I'm not even, but I'm just saying like, he ain't even got to be the provider. You feel me? No, I'm just not saying like he ain't even got to be like you ain't even got to not have to have a job like you said, a career or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying like, is it man, woman, and like you said, the family, or is it like
man and woman kind of
it's
equal?
like you can't. That ain't traditional because this is new. This is traditional, and we got a order of like a stepping process.
So the thing about it is,
man, woman.
Ironically, when it's the right man,
Cause y'all alpha males. I mean
Alpha
alpha females, and y'all. I know it's
so
kind
the
of
thing about it, I've come across men who automatically has it in them somehow that I'm going to listen to what they say. You know what I'm saying? I might pull out, a pen, might put a little 2 cents in here and there, but they automatically have that aura about them that knows how to take the lead. But I also have some men who want the lead, but they just don't have that aura to give it. You get what I'm saying? Like sometimes you gotta earn that respect at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like back in the day, men used to court women, and if you wasn't really about much, women really didn't pay you no attention. But a lot of the times I see today, men want to call themselves men, but when it come down to it, when you need to step up and you gotta have the problem solving skills to make a household and a family run. You can't run away from everything that
you don't agree with.
When they get a little friction or something like that, you can't run away and jet just because something not making sense. And that's a lot of our generation. We have that going on. They be like, well, keep your peace. But at the same time, you have to create your own peace. You're not gonna always have harmony all the time, 24/7. And when things get you butt heads, you get a little friction, and you have to have those problem solving skills to be able to work that out. Mm-hmm. You also have to have common sense to know, like, this is not going to work out. But if you're going to stay, you have to know how to work it out. You get what I'm saying? So, but it comes from being a man and being a leader. A leader understands that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And I've had a man that I submitted to, and it's, again, like, he had that aura. Like, I would have let him take the lead if he didn't have all the extraness with him.
Would you submit to somebody you don't trust?
No. Because I got too much riding on me. You got to think it's me. Like, it's me and my 2 kids. So this ain't just my life at stake. This day life.
Let's take the kids out of it.
If I don't trust you, I'm not there.
Because I don't trust you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if you don't trust somebody, can somebody hold on? Can you regain trust, or do you not? Okay. You trust. Let's put it like this: if I fuck you, and we ain't covering each other, I trust you with my life. So if I trust you with my life, why ain't gonna trust you when you out? Why ain't gonna trust you when you not around me? Because if you know your way, like me personally, I'm a very talkative person, flirtatious person. Mm-hmm. I like to have conversations with females. I like to fuck with dudes too. Like I fuck with my homeboys. I see them, hey nigga, what's up, bro? What you doing? Oh, you good? You good? Yeah, but I know you from so and so. Chop it up. Can have a conversation about the goddamn why the sky yellow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can see a female. Hey, what's up with you? How you doing? Hey, what's up? Oh, I know you from so and so. What's up? Have a conversation about why the ground yellow. You know what I'm saying? Right. Wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? Because I know where I'm going and what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? Right. I know my objective. And I always been like a people's person, like since day one. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, so when I say like, I wouldn't want a female to submit with me. We had a segment on here, submit to me. It's just, I would like sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up as a male and a female.
Both ways.
You know what I'm saying? So, see, go ahead and tell them, Key. Tell them.
I think y'all like, y'all.
Women are tricky.
It's cause it's like y'all mixing the arguments kind of. Cause it's like, first of all, if the man gonna take lead, whether he a man or not, he has to take lead. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just not make him do it. You get what I'm saying?
Hold on. Before you get to this, I was listening to a podcast. The lady called in. She told her husband, boyfriend, whatever. She was like, put this cabinet together. Shit was sitting there for a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
He went out. He be going out watching the games. Came back. Let's say he was lit. Then I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Never did it. So she called, like, you know how you call, you can go on your app and be like, hey, come put this shit together.
Like a task rack.
Yeah. Motherfucker put this shit together. He was living. Came home. He was just pissed, but it was more of.
You didn't do it.
So that was the argument, like.
There wasn't a take lead type of situation, but it was a situation that she asked you to do and you never.
There was a
it wasn't a take lead, but it was a situation that she asked him to do that he was overlooking.
No, but okay, let me get the perspective of it.
I mean, he's supposed to make shit.
He had offered.
But listen, what I'm saying.
Hold on, let me give you this first. She was doing a home office. He was like, babe, I'm gonna redo your whole home office, order what you want, and just never did the shit.
Okay, so what I'm telling you is, as men, that type of shit really don't excite us. You feel me?
It
But
don't
the fact that she asked him to do it, he's supposed to.
No, I'm telling you, she didn't ask him. He told her.
He told her to do that.
He didn't do it.
Yeah.
He told her to do it.
He said, order the shit. I'm finna redo your whole office. And the shit got there, and he just never put the shit together. So she just, it was just a gradual time. And then she was like, fuck it, I'm gonna call somebody to do it. But then she got a female to come do it, and he still was pissed off type shit. But I mean, it was just more like you said, taking the lead. Yeah. Like it's some shit I done told my girl, I'm gonna hook that up. I ain't thought about that shit.
I don't say that's taking the lead because as men, we don't really, we gonna do it, but we don't really just hold it. Women gotta start making men take accountability.
Yeah.
Like it ain't rent, nigga.
Well, why do we gotta?
Because they was raised by women. Majority of these men was raised by women.
Look,
they never knew how to take lead. They never knew.
But you have to get to some point in your life where you have to. Don't put a facade in your head and say I'm a man. I'm a man,
but
and I'm supposed
tell you to do it.
But
you're not being a man at the end of the day.
But,
are you a man or are you not a man?
But do you swim or do you drown?
I mean,
that's what you got. And after that nigga drown, guess what? You not the nigga.
Okay, I got a perfect question for y'all. On a good day, bad day, if you're in a relationship, good or bad, do you still fulfill your duties as a woman? Let's say your man come home from work. He done pissed you the fuck out. Do you come home, got to fix a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or is it still food on the stove?
Food is still on the table.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's just like the whole thing about love. If you know what I'm saying, if I love you, I love you. Even if we on the worst of worst terms and we ain't talking, I ain't talked to you in 2 weeks. If you call me and say I need such and such, if I love you, I'm coming through.
Yeah.
Period. Because I care about your well-being.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying. I'm just talking about fulfilling your duties as a significant other. Like when you mad.
It goes the same way. It goes the same way. Like to me, that's tit for tat. That's petty. Like I'm not gonna fit. If I normally fix your lunch every day, and because we had an argument.
I'm talking big argument.
It depends on what argument it is.
I'm not doing it. Like,
if you make me feel like I'm not being appreciated, then I'm gonna show you.
Then you leave. What do you stand for?
If you
stand for?
That's exactly the mindset I was talking about.
You leave.
You can't just leave on every single thing.
But that's not
unconditional love either.
That's not unconditional.
Like it's like no. Why would you do tit for tat and then now you done started a whole
unconditional.
You started fighting out. Now you got a whole feud of tit for tat.
That was like y'all was saying with disagreeing
sometimes
like that.
Sometimes when you're talking to your significant other and you're telling them something, some people are not just tell me and I'm gonna learn it. Some people you have to like put them in. Like you gotta show me and I have to do the problem in order for me to get it. You get what I'm saying? You have to understand the learning process. Sometimes you can tell somebody something and it don't click for them. And you have to put it in a real life situation and put them in that problem, having them fit in that problem for them to understand it. You have to understand it. So like you say, it depends on the type of argument it is or whatever. And I could have easily said, oh, I don't like this. You get what I'm saying? But you didn't hear it the first time I said it, or the second time I said it, or the third time I said it. But now that I'm like, moving a certain different type of way, it's either one or two things. Either it's gonna click to you, and you're gonna be an adult, and you're gonna recognize, okay, clearly she's moving differently because of something has happened. What's the reason why behind it? Or you're gonna be childish and you'll be like, oh, she's moving different, so I guess I'm gonna move different. And you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you do have to take a step back and really just analyze the situation as a whole. But sometimes it takes that physical, change in the environment for them to click. And it's just what it is. It's just what it is.
If I gotta change your whole environment,
That's like,
for you to
understand,
for you to understand something as a grown adult.
This is what's been going on since
I
day
have
one.
to change your environment, and I have to start a whole
that's the toxicity
low,
too.
and if I have to start a whole low vibration,
But if you're not talking to me for 2 weeks, if you're not talking to me 2 weeks, you're changing the environment. 2
weeks.
She said, no. If I haven't been talking to you for 2 weeks, I'm still gonna come through.
I'm using that as love.
Thing.
No, it ain't. I'm gonna come through for you, but I'm not dealing with you. I'm still not dealing with you. But if you in the pickle, like that's me and you, and me and you was to get into it today. I will talk to you. You say, Kyle, come quick. I need help. Okay. I'm coming. I'm still not gonna fuck with you no more, but I'm coming.
But that's still changing the environment.
No, it's not, because I'm still not fucking with you.
You still gonna talk to me regardless if you feel some type of way about one argument.
No.
I put it like this.
No, what I'm saying is, if you gonna lower your relationship vibration from a tit for tat, because let's just be honest, if a nigga ain't understanding what you said the first, second, and third time, this nigga ain't mature, for one. So for two, if you do a tit, he gonna do a tat. So you might as well leave. It's common science. It's science.
But it ain't that. But you know what I'm saying? It really ain't that easy though.
But it ain't that easy though.
If you put it in your mind,
because I can argue
I'm
with
not
somebody
arguing.
like yelling, and guess what? Still go act like the day ain't even changed. Want me to tell you why? Because I know the whole purpose of the whole situation. I'm not holding on to that because I know I'm still gonna be with you soon as we get done arguing.
That's what I just said.
So women communicate non-verbally.
But
women don't really communicate. Women don't really communicate with their mouth.
They don't.
Women don't really know how to communicate. Women don't know how to say, Marquise, your shoe untied. I need you to tie your shoe before you trip. You feel me? Instead then they'll say, look at your laces. Look at your laces. They'll just be like, look at your laces. Look at your laces. But I'm just saying though, instead of that, they use their body instead of just keeping it simple, plain.
You have to understand, she is very single-minded. So she gonna be like, if you ain't do it, if I told you 3 times and you didn't do it, I'm gonna leave it. That's not how it works.
Because that's how they gonna do it.
If you're married to someone, you cannot just leave just because you told them 3 times. Like, that don't make sense.
A married man, as a married man, you gonna have some level of understanding to know your wife.
That's not true.
And if you don't know your wife by the time you're married, your wife or your husband gotta tell you to do something 3 times. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Ain't no way you act like that.
What are we doing?
Okay, you know what? I love the conversation. I love the conversation. I love the vibe. I'm just saying, like, I was trying to say something. You said something, but motherfuckers say they gonna leave. They find a reason to come back. Motherfuckers say they gonna leave. You find a reason to come back. Motherfucker, I always try to find a good side of some shit. Cause motherfucker like, I'm done with you. But they find that one reason. Cause most of the time when motherfucker done with you, it'll be around some type of significant timing that's significant to what y'all got going. It could be like Christmas, it could be Thanksgiving, it could be like, oh, my mom passed, my dad passed. It'd be like, oh, I'm done with you. But it'd be something to bring y'all back together, right? Mm-hmm. It ain't as easy to leave until a motherfucker really out the door. Like, you can't, like, when you leave, like, everything got to be off. Like, and that's, like, communication is the key. Like, we done, it ain't no we need to be cool. Like, we'll be cool once we heal.
I just told her this.
You got to heal before you be cool.
I said that.
We were having the same conversation.
But I'm just saying, because, like, it just leave the door open. Like, I mean.
I agree.
But if you leaving the door, you leaving the door before a reason.
That's what I'm saying. You leaving the door before a reason.
You leaving the door before a reason.
But I'm saying,
so technically you ain't left.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So when you really leave, you gotta go and you gotta heal, and then you gotta figure out how you're gonna deal with the person on the next level. Because I mean, it ain't like a motherfucker, unless somebody did something super bad to you, it ain't like when you see them motherfucker, oh, that's my ex-boyfriend, fuck that nigga, I hate that nigga. Like, you still giving them energy. Saying that. If you don't fuck,
like,
you know
I'll
what
speak to you, but it ain't gotta be no more than that.
Yeah.
I ain't no ill will. Like, if I write you off, like, it's just that. You know, the people that's done me the dirtiest, I still speak, hey, how you doing? Keep it moving. Like, I have no ill will towards you.
Yeah.
So I'm good. I don't know how you, I don't know why, how you feeling, but I'm good. So, hey, I just seen a girl at the little seafood place I was at. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why she feels some type of way. I just, you know, we went on the same type of time.
Whoever at the seafood place, y'all.
So I'm like, hey, she looking all stupid. Yeah, I spoke. Hey, how you doing?
That shit, you gotta hit them right
there. Like, hey, how you doing?
You gotta hit them with that positive energy. They don't
like,
receive
hey, how you doing?
And it's so awkward too.
Yeah, but you can't. I just feel like, you know, like you said, if you gonna leave, you leave, but you don't have to keep giving a person ample opportunity to keep showing you what they consistently already showed you, and then be mad when they do it again because they've already showed you.
You want me to tell you why?
They've already showed you this.
Because you'll never get a complete person, but you always see the good and you always see the potential in that person.
Potential don't get you nowhere.
But no, but listen to what I'm saying. Fuck what you can be fucking with a person. You see the good in them, and you be like, people always, I'm telling you this, certain people think they can bring something out of a person that don't want to, that they can't. Like, you gotta let that person bring it out of themselves.
It's gonna be their own timing.
It's all about timing.
And you end up hurting yourself trying to bring that out of somebody. Like, you damage yourself in the process because they are tearing you down in that process.
No, they not tearing you down. You tearing yourself down because you're setting expectations. Yeah. You're setting expectations. If you don't set expectations and allow a person to be the person that they are, they're gonna show you the good in them. They're gonna show you the bad. They're gonna show the ugly. But hopefully they're showing you way more good than ugly, because everyone's gonna have that moment where they're gonna have that moment that everybody got their vice. But like, okay, that's just like a male that likes to be with a lot of women. If a male that likes to be with a lot of women learns how to be in an environment with a bunch of women, but they'll take them out that environment, and we're talking about social environments.
Mm-hmm. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, very uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable for the male?
Yeah, if you take them out of the
No, I'm just saying, like, if let's say a single male used to dealing with a whole bunch of women. He gets in a relationship or he gets married, but he still be in environments with a bunch of women. He know how to conduct himself around the women and still can go home. It's really a win for you. You know what I'm saying? It's really a win. It's a win.
It's as long as you do what you're supposed to do.
It's a win. I mean, motherfucker.
A lot of people overthink a lot of things.
Yeah, you have to listen. Don't think the person that don't think everybody can do a 360. But me personally, I have faith. You know what I'm saying? I walk by faith, not by sight. So I have faith that you're just gonna handle yourself accordingly.
Yeah, right, me too. I feel like that too with people,
but don't stress yourself out about it.
So here's the thing.
You're not gonna keep sliding.
So here's the thing when it comes to me.
One of the things, slime thug.
So one of the things with me is I've always said I wanted to learn more grace when it comes to how I handle myself, how I handle situations, whatever the case may be. And when it comes to me and my perspective of things is, I understand that I can tell somebody something, but it's not gonna click until they have their timing. So you saying like, oh, it's a mindset thing. It's the difference between knowing somebody is doing something wrong and trying to driving yourself crazy and try to force them to learn what they're doing wrong instead of allowing the time, opposed to being a person to understanding timing goes when timing goes, and you at least told them what they need to hear. Mm-hmm. And you can be graceful and wait till and have that patience to understand like they're gonna learn that in their timing, but you're not driving yourself nuts trying to force them to do something that they're not gonna do until it's time for them to do. Mm-hmm. So I've always, that's why I've always been big on myself and trying to just understand grace. Like, and I'm not even saying it's an easy road. I get frustrated myself sometimes, but I also know that it's not me. It's not my time. I can't force somebody to understand something they're not ready to understand until they're ready to understand it. Right. You get what I'm saying? Right. So, but like you said, it's a whole perspective of things. It's somebody can bring a lot of good things to the table, but they also come with a bullshit at the end of the day. Right. And you have to have that grace to be able to balance the bullshit with the good things without having to be so quick to leave. It's having those problem solving skills. And it could just be me, like,
And that's
I'm
what-
pro relationship
No,
at the
but
end of the
that's
day.
why I was going
What you
back
may
when
have-
you said you gotta find peace, because I think it don't matter how much money you have, you're gonna always have bills and you always gonna have problems.
Right.
So what is your determination of peace? Because it's always gonna be something.
Mm-hmm.
But
You're
this,
not just gonna, I'm just saying, you're not just gonna be successful. You're not just gonna get married and just everything just be.
It's gonna be peachy.
You
Yeah,
feel
peachy
me?
keen.
Right.
So what is
right.
your definition of peace? 'Cause
so what I'm saying is, the thing about it is, a relationship is a two-way street. If you got you just working on something and both of y'all in a situation, but you only working towards this one common goal, I don't care what space they in. If they love you, they want it, they gonna cut. Even if it's hard for them, they're gonna work towards it. They ain't gonna just say, "Oh, this is my time and I'm gonna do this on my time." They're gonna say, "Well,
Nobody's saying
I'm with this person. I know I ain't got a lot of time. We've been at this. We've been doing this. I know my time running out. Let me get my shit together." You know what I'm saying? At least had a common sense to say. And if you don't got the common sense to say that, and we've been doing this,
Relationships are
what are
give
we
and take.
doing?
Relationship is give and take. Sometimes you taking more than you giving. Sometimes you giving more than you taking. It's
I
gonna
mean-
be times where things is gonna be unbalanced at the end of the day.
I mean, yeah, I totally agree with that. But I'm just not, and again, I guess that comes from my past experiences, because I'm that person that tries to let people get to that place by themselves, and I only end up damaged at the end of the day. So when it comes to stuff like that, I'm non-tolerant, because I end up taking the L and it end up being a long goodbye anyway. So what am I doing? Nah, I'm gonna end this right now. It ain't no need for me to drag it out.
Okay.
Drag my heart and my brain and my
I think you
mind.
just have to have
For
that
what?
discernment.
I mean,
You have to
as
have
a
that
woman,
discernment
though,
Like, for
to
what?
I
understand.
think as a woman though, y'all whole makeup is to give the man.
Yeah.
Y'all whole makeup is
We
to
automatically
give the
do
man.
it without
And
realizing.
yeah, and I do. And,
So
and
like
that's
that's
what I'm
like
saying.
that's y'all whole aura is to.
Yeah, to nurture, to, you know what I'm saying? That's what we do. So for us to do that, and then it's like, it's a struggle, or it's just unnecessarily hard. What am I doing? My life ain't, it ain't supposed to be this hard. Love's supposed to be easy. It ain't supposed, you know, I
That's
did
not
it.
true.
So,
You don't
Like that, so I'm gonna tell you. So I like this something. So it's like love is implied. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And
So
love is subjective too.
It is definitely subjective.
Go ahead, Scoop.
Love is definitely subjective.
okay, I can't remember. But I'm just saying, man, listen. If you think love gonna keep you together, then you got
No,
it. For,
it's
no,
not
I'm just saying. Like some people, like, oh, I love them. It's more shit in the gumbo, man. You just like
I think,
you whipping this shit up.
Yeah,
I think it's just
way
the
more.
vision. You feel me? Like if you meet that person and y'all got that vision and y'all
Yeah.
can see that vision together, then it's up to y'all
To
to
work
create
it out.
that vision.
And it's
You
y'all.
feel me? It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else's influences from the TV, from radio, from whatever else. It is up to y'all to create that influence on y'all relationship, y'all self, to move on. Then outside entities come into the relationship and affect the relationship is harmful. You feel me? So if y'all got that vision and you know this, well, not even y'all, because it's really, like I said, you gotta push these niggas out there, because I'm just not getting it. Like women, like if women would have been pushing me when I was younger to be on the shit that I am now, I would have been different. But it wasn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
But back in the day, you had to prove yourself to a woman before you could even court her.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm
That's what I'm
saying?
saying.
So like as a man, like it was a lot of shit I was doing, trapping and all that shit. They weren't really proving nothing. You get what I'm saying? So I ain't really just have nothing to say that, oh yeah, this, that, and the third. But now like when you really have to prove something and you push that nigga out there at a young age, like pushing your son out here, like, boy, go do this. Make sure you know how to cut grass. Boy, go do this. Make that type of shit right there is gonna build a man. You feel me? So I be saying like women need, if you got a nigga that ain't doing what he's supposed to do, put his ass in that position and make the chips fall in his hand.
And then what if he is in that position and he still ain't doing it?
Then that's not, you feel me?
You
Then
know
that's
what
not
I'm
the,
saying? You know, the thing about it is, speaking of this submissive type conversation, the reason why I'm saying it is because a lot of our men feel like, oh, a woman has to submit to me. She not being a woman. But at the end of the day, a submissive woman still has control over that man. At the end of the day. She still put her input, and he's still running off of what she's saying at the end of the day.
She just doing it.
And a lot of men think that like they're exerting their being a man onto a woman, and they thinking they just controlling every single aspect of it, and they don't know to sometimes take a step back, like you were saying, and listen to the woman because she's giving you some valuable stuff that you gonna really grow on.
I'm gonna tell you personally, I ain't trying to really control shit. I like to have, like you said, agree to disagree. Man, I can't tell you what the fuck. Like, if we married, I still can't tell you what the fuck to do.
Not controlling.
No, bro.
Not controlling. Leading is knowing who you have on your team and making it and using that to your advantage.
But people get that mixed up though. They think if you lead, like to be a great leader, you gotta have followers, right? But to be a great leader, you must be a great follower first.
Yeah.
But so at the same time, some people take leading as controlling. You gotta learn how to lead your relationship and not really control. Cause man, listen, do you make sure your shit straight? Cause if I do me and make sure my shit straight. If I'm 100, you 100, then we good. Right. But if we 50-50, that mean half of your shit ain't right, half of my shit ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
And
so
that's what I be saying.
You gotta get there sometime.
Leading is not controlling at the end of the day.
You
telling a man telling a woman.
No, I'm just giving perception. I'm not arguing about that.
That's a dumb perspective.
Of what?
When people talk about a man leading, all they do is a man tell you do this, you do that's dumb.
That's what a lot of men do.
But you said you was traditional, so traditional is 1, 2. It's the man first, regardless. It ain't got nothing to do with me telling you to go.
Your point?
It ain't got. But I'm saying though, it's a head and then it's a bottom.
Okay.
You feel me? And the lead is the head, regardless. It don't matter. It don't matter
what.
Can
be a head all he wants to, but that head can't make
listen what I'm telling you, baby. Listen what I'm telling you. There's no family structure around the world. The head is the woman. Nowhere around the world.
I don't get your
But
point.
what I'm telling you is just because a man, when I say a man lead, I'm not saying the man, the one who tell you to do this.
That's what
it's like y'all perceive that as a man.
That's what they just said.
We literally just said that.
But
So that's how I was like confused.
But I'm saying though, you saying that like if a man leading is not you doing this, you doing it. Okay.
A leading is not controlling. That was my point.
It's not controlling,
right?
But it's still a head. And the head is still got, whether the man can lead or not.
We saying the same thing.
He still has to lead.
Yeah.
He has to.
Yeah, but so we all said it. I think we all said it in the same way. We said the same way. So what I was saying. So all I was saying was. Some people confuse if I'm leading you. Some people think leadership is controlling, and it's not that. So that's why I was saying like you should like you do you, I do me, and you 100, I'm 100, and we meet and we that. But you know what I'm saying, and that's it. But hey, look, I'll tell you, we can go into this all night long.
I like that though.
All night long.
About that, why men automatically think like. You not submitting when they trying to control you. That's what she's saying.
Cause they watch what's love got to do with it.
Men think because you might say, "Oh, don't go to the club," and they still go to the club. That you not submitting. That's not what submitting is. Because why you don't want me to go to the club? What's your issue? What's your problem? What's going on internally with you that you got a problem with me going not having a good time? Cause you don't want to go. You can definitely go, but you don't want to go, so you don't want me to go.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with you?
Girl, go have some fun.
Yeah,
right.
Just come on home.
Like, what's your problem? Like, what's going? But it comes from men not knowing who they are, so they feel like control is the way to do it.
I don't know that. I gotta
I
let mine do whatever she want to do.
I
let mine do whatever she want to do.
Like, I love my black men. Never get me wrong, but a lot of black men are very, very insecure. They are very, very insecure, and they think that having a woman means I control her. Like, I can tell you how many, like, this is one of my issues about being single. Because, again, I'm single until it's black and white. This is what it is. You're not finna gray area me. Mm-hmm. And that it either we is or we ain't. I ain't on no gray area type of time. And so a lot of guys don't like the fact that I don't go for gray area. So it either is what it ain't, and then a lot of guys that want to control, like, you can't control me, you ain't my nigga. You can't suggest that you don't want me to go to the club. You ain't my nigga. Like, what are we saying?
So back to what I was saying, understanding comes down to understanding and knowing who I am. If you know I'm a social person,
right,
and I enjoy mingling and
I'm
just
trying to
having
get my
conversation.
podcast off.
I'm not the type of person that sit down and just want to be cooped up in the house and it just doesn't flow with me.
Me either.
I would do that because I would want to be with you, but you have to understand I'm still my own person at the end of the day. And I still have to get my vices taken care of, just like you do. You get enjoyment for sitting in the house, but I don't get that enjoyment from it. You get what I'm saying? So I still have to be able to have that grounds to still fulfill my enjoyments without
feeling like I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's a lot of guys.
But you have to understand I'm a social person.
A lot of guys' ideal of a good woman is a woman who stays in the house, don't really do nothing, don't really go nowhere. I ain't her, but I'm a good woman. Like I said, guys think that.
Motherfuckers standing in the house, how you know fuck she at home? You watching her all the time?
Exactly.
And you see how it just flip. The insecurity just flip because you don't want to go out. But see, the thing is, you're not at home all day, so what the fuck you doing in your free time? So then that's how shit just be flipping. It just flip.
You think because I sit here and see you sitting in the house all the time, you don't want to go out and you're not doing something wrong. You still can go to the gas station to get somebody's phone number.
Right, thanks.
Without going to the club. You still can go do XYZ, go to the grocery store, whatever, and meet 20 other women and still be doing all this stuff while you at home. Right. So you sitting at home doesn't make you more faithful or better than a person that's going to the club.
Right.
I don't understand it.
Mm.
I don't get it.
Be yourself.
Be yourself. Be true to yourself.
Be true to yourself. And take accountability.
Hey man, I listen. I gotta get it. I'm gonna find out what's the next available date on the schedule. We got to double back on part 2, but I gotta see. Y'all acting up tonight. Hey, look,
us on the daily on our podcast.
Yeah, we got.
When we try to jam it don't flow right. But when we get the
right.
It's not really about structure though. It's just really more about conversation.
How you say
authenticity?
Authenticity. That's it.
Y'all stupid. I mean, we on the HTG podcast when anything goes. You did. I got my boy. Hey, do you want to leave it? Okay, give me your final thought. Just give me a final thought.
I don't know, but I definitely want these young ladies to go fuck with Miss Shiraz Ali. I think that's her name. She's a Muslim. I want y'all to look it up though. And listen to what she had to say about black men and black women.
Okay, we'll come back and we'll talk.
Yeah, you feel me? And give me a bill on it. Mm-hmm. It's about 5 hours long.
You gotta text me because I don't even know.
Yeah, I definitely will. Mm-hmm. But I just listened to it today. And I was like, oh, we got black women and we talking about empowerment stuff. I was like,
you trying to do some research?
I gotta do my homework because I already had been watching
I'm pro Kevin Samuels though. I'm pro Kevin Samuels.
Me too. I love Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, and see, I like Kevin Samuels too.
He really?
He be telling us to get our ass up and niggas, we need to do what we need to do.
And he be telling women that exactly what be the truth and women get mad.
She got like go ahead.
Women, you don't be a 10 and you be thinking you a 10. Like a lot of women be like, I want a man that's muscular with a build, but your health habits are trash. Mm-hmm. How can you say that? You want a nigga with 6 figures, but your account in the negative. How can you say that? You don't align with what you want.
But you can want a lot.
You know what I'm
saying? You can want a lot of things.
You gotta align with it. It's unrealistic for you to ask for that, and you ain't that. At least be that before you say you can't. I don't think you gotta be it,
but you gotta be in the motion to become it.
Be what you want.
It's a mindset. Everybody have to get to it.
But the way most of these women be acting, I don't even think they're ready for it.
No, I just give me some Pringles, some barbecue Pringles, and some Dr. Pepper.
Well, basically though, she was it was like to teach a black man how to deal with a black woman, basically, and she was just going in and basically talking about trauma that women have that we don't really know about, and she touched on that daddy issue that you touched on, and then you was talking about Malcolm X, so I thought you had heard it before, but
I never heard it.
I'm gonna tap you in.
Absolutely.
But it's like a 5-hour book audio.
Tap her in. Most definitely.
But yeah, that was cool. That was hype. We had a good talk. Wish we had more people attendance today.
Don't keep shooting them.
That would have been crazy.
Dynamic duo. I think it was enough voices today. You know what I'm saying? With all these different perspectives.
It was a double down dynamic duo. Yeah.
Most definitely. Hey, that might be the name of the podcast.
Right.
Double down on them.
Dynamic duo.
Hey, just to let y'all know, this episode was brought to you by Beloit Clothing, Victory of Life, over death, you feel me? Shout out to my boy right there, you feel me? What's up, my boy? You know what I'm saying? Hey, can y'all get them y'all socials and things like that where they can reach y'all at, find y'all at?
Yeah.
So we have a Facebook page called WOYMW Podcast, and then my name is Denisha Thompson on Facebook, Hasa D Booge on Instagram, and yeah, that's what it is.
For myself personally, of course, we have, like you said, we have our What's on Your Mind Wednesday podcast, or you can just search WOYMW podcast on Facebook, and that fine page. We try to get our likes, so we just started a page. We was going like more personal page, and then we kind of just went professional. So go like that page. As far as Facebook, I'm on Rykki Helms on Facebook. That's RYKKI Rykki. And then for Instagram, I have _really Rykki. And I also have Rykki.styles as well too. So I take that. Try to build it up, y'all.
Okay. Make sure y'all go like, share, subscribe, follow, comment, get in tune with it.
Get engagements up.
Yeah, engagements up, man. Hey, I think, y'all ain't got no ceiling, man. It's just up from here. You know what I'm saying? Because if you put a ceiling on it, then that means you're gonna stop somewhere. So I see big things for y'all, and I like the way y'all talk. I like the way y'all think, man. It just everybody got a perspective, and you can't beat somebody up for having their perspective or their opinion. You feel me?
And I'm gonna definitely say there ain't dodo birds. Some of y'all
they ain't dodo.
Be talking, and y'all be dodo birds, and can't even stump a toe if you had off shoes.
But where can they find you at? Please tell me. Where can they find?
Yo, it's your boy Kash Out. Y'all already know how it is. You can find me on Instagram at Kash Out _T74.
Gang. Hey, make sure y'all look up Gorgeous Red, Killer KJ, KAEJ with double Y's, Dirty Diana, O. I deleted it. HTG Podcast, Bob Marley, HTG, High Life Bean. And you already know it's your boy SB High Star, Instagram, Facebook, SB Visions, Facebook, SB Visions, Twitter, HTG Podcast on YouTube. Like, subscribe, share, comment. We on the HTG Podcast, and anything goes. What's on your mind Wednesday? You feel me?
What's on your mind?
What's going on?
Hey, you already know we in the 864, man. We up out this thing.